who are supposed to be, we are all one. Emma Fopolo shaking. There's nothing like we are all one to the point where you can change my story. No, seriously, these are culture vultures. Just trying to, and that's the easier one. The other one I wanted to say, Mogbe Mini. The truth is, we have a duty, and don't say, oh, it's not just online. It's just online. When Delta Igbo started, where were you? Now you are hearing Anioma is Igbo. But you know the funny thing, if you understand the history of that area, Anioma is not Igbo. It was not Igbo. It is not Igbo. It will never be Igbo. You know why? It's not even because of me. It's because of people from there. The word Anioma is an acronym. It's not a word for the area. It may be a word in their language, which I think was actually very, very interesting. It was something that was intentionally done by Dennis Osadebe. Osadebe was the one who created the name. It wasn't a name from heaven or that was always there. It's just like Bendel. Osadebe put certain words together and call it Anioma. It's A for Aniocha, A for Aniocha, N for Ndokwa, Ndokwa, I for Ika, O for Oshimili, and then they added the Ma to it, Anioma. Then they added Ma. Now, you have some people saying now that, oh, Anioma is a language, is a word in our language. Who cares? Stupid is a word in English language. Does that mean everybody is English? Is Aniocha not Igbo? That's the point. You're not listening. I don't think you are. Maybe you have a of your personality here. There are Igbos there. There are Igbos in the area. Did you come in? Sorry, I thought this one was a human being. Go and talk to your dad. They're very stupid. By the way, this guy wrote in the message that I should be gentle with people. There's people like this that will not make me gentle. Because stupidity is genetic. It was passed on from your dad to you. Igbotic pride. That's your name, Abi. Igbotic.
There was this madman who came out in the hot sun and said, this sun is so hot. The way the sun is hitting, if he hit a madman, his madness will increase. Meanwhile, he doesn't know that what he was saying was what made him to say what he's saying. The sun has hit him so hard that his madness have increased. And he's not saying what happened to him as if it's happening to other people. That is this man that you watched this video last. He even have audacity to be calling people stupid. Meanwhile, he doesn't know that he's the most stupid of the stupidest of all stupid people.
Yo, you gonna explain?
Yes, I know that YouTube and Facebook will actually ban me for using that right word, but I have to say the way it is. This guy now mumu to the highest call. He be mumu, they call other people mumu. How many Igbos? See, if you can prove it to me, how many Igbos sit down and create a page making video to tell the history of Hausa or the history of Yoruba? Tell me, how many Igbos are making video to share the history of Yoruba, the history of Hausa, the history of Fulani? How many Igbos do that? But this guy will be on his page. I've been seeing his page. I just be walking away. All they do is just to talk about us Igbo. If not be hatred, tell me what it is again. Hatred that's eating you people deep. I've tried as much as I can not to insult people. I told you the reason why I started making videos is because of people like this. This is how wounded civilians started. And started insulting people like us, that Aniomas are not Igbo, that Aniomas are slaves. This madman has started. When we go face Yoruba, he go shock on her. Because lion they sleep, he go touch in tail. Tomorrow now, he won't put this, he won't put that. But you people will start it. They only see the pregnancy of a woman and telling congratulations. Nobody knows how many times he opened leg for your husband to knock him. When we start reacting to these idiot people now online, people will say, Igbo people everywhere trying to drag. Tell me how me, an Anioma son, me, Chukwuemeka Kogolo from Onichubo, an Anioma son, the so-called Delta Igbo, the so-called Bendel Igbo, the so-called Western Igbo, is not an Igbo person. You have audacity to be telling me it was intentional. Before Uncle, Father, they give Pikin name not intentional. When they call this country intentional, was it a joke? Wasn't intentional? What we are doing now is not intentional to destroy our own ancestry. It was, you tell me, say, it should not take it as a social media. So, we should not take it as a social media because you know you are deliberately doing what you are doing. To discredit me, not to be an Igbo person. Thunder, fire your parents, fire your generations, and fire anybody who supports you. Idiot bastards. These are the people who will leave what they're supposed to deal with on Nigeria and be talking about other people. That's why I said I really thank God no Southeasterner man is one making these videos talking about we being an Igbo people. Because Obuno, Onya Anambra, if it is Anambra person or Imo State person that have been making video like this, you people would have even sent Nigerian police to arrest them. They are all trying to grab land agitation. Thank God it's we from the same region, the so-called Anioma that are telling people who we are. You don't have right to tell our story. That's why I love what homophobia is doing. He's saying you don't have right to tell us who we are. If our kings can be saying that we are Igbo, who are you to tell us who we are? He told them fire you. You guys are bastards. And when people say the Yoruba are the worst enemies of Ndigbo, you will think they are lying, but this is the pure truth. We'll be on our own every time it is you. You want to come and you have the right to be addressing somebody challenging you there that is a stupid. You are the most stupidest person I've ever seen online. If they're asking us to bring a proof that shows that we are not Igbo, you cannot provide it. Just propaganda and lie and falsehood because you have followers. Even if the content you want to make. You know better than Ned Nwoko. You know better than Okowa. You know better than Ndudi Elumelu. You know better than Obi of Owo. You know better than my own village man, who is also a spokesperson for the Ohanese Ndigbo for 4 good years. So you know better than us. You want to tell us who we are. You know better than my king, Obi of Onchubo. You know better than us that we are not Igbo. No, you would have told us that we are bastard now. You know our mother, you know our father. You know when they fuck our mother and give birth to us. You guys are the idiot people on the face of the earth. You will not live your own thing. Handle your own situation. Tomorrow night, start saying Igbo people want to grab your land. Igbo people want to do this. These are the reasons why Igbo people want to grab your land. Because you leave what you are supposed to be dealing and be talking about other people. You want to be accusing the South-Eastern Igbo. Accuse us. Face people like us. I am a true son of Anioma. I come from the royal family. All my teams are the same. All my is from Okwane, which is Ndokwa. And you talk about it. He said Anioma is a coinage of villages. It might be this, it might be that. Wait, you are not sure. You think thinking is knowing. You are thinking maybe. Maybe it might be a language. So you don't even know what that is our language. You don't even know. You are assuming, but it just will be flowing left and right. And they think you are sharing the lighting. Oshimili. Is it your father language? Is it Yoruba? Is it Bini? How won't I believe that Bini people send you to come and make this video? Oshimiri. It's an Igbo word anywhere, anytime. And we have Oshimiri local government. And you acknowledge it. Anyocha, is it not Igbo? Anidiocha, Anyocha. Eka, is it not Igbo? Is it your language? You acknowledge all these ones. Say, nah, there is a coinage. Before Uncle, won't it be a coinage? Abia is not an Igbo word. Is that what you're trying to tell me? But Abia came out of the way they picked the same algorithm in Anioma to form Anioma. That's the same way they take the first alphabet of local government to form Abia. But it's an Igbo word because that's what it represents. These guys are the biggest enemy we have. What kind of hatred is eating you people deep? You want to tell us our own story. You want to tell us who we are. I've been making videos and be presenting my people who I keep saying we are Igbo, we are Igbo. I just name a few. You saw me where I interview my own father who went to Biafran War. My videos are there. Go and check it out. You want to tell my father who you are? You are asking people, were you there in Delta State? My father was born before Nigeria was created. Talk less of Bendel, talk less of Delta. And my father recognized himself as an Igbo person. Who are thou? It will not be well with all of you. It will not be well with all of you.
Like I always said, I make sure I bring fact and evidence to prove my point that even before Nigeria independence, even before any of these guys know what is going on, we are being recognized as Igbo. Look at this small clip of this document. The Igbo country, as has already been pointed out, is both extensive, populous, and divided into numerous clans. So the N1 you see today is a clan. The Okwani is a clan, and Deka is a clan. Just like Ikwele is a clan, and Onsoka is a clan, and Obolafo is a clan, Ngwa is a clan, Onitsha is a clan, Oka is a clan, Enwelisu, Nwaro clan. If you don't know this, you will not be misinterpreting it. Igbos are clan, and water did not divide us. River Niger did not divide us from our own brothers. Now, let me continue. Are divided into numerous clans and communities speaking dialects. Our dialect in Enuani does not mean that because we are not speaking like Owerri, we are not brothers. Because Owerri is a dialect. Speaking dialects which vary in degree from slight to considerable. I speak, of course, entirely with regard to that portion of it with which I was associated and the people with whom I came into personal touch. There were the Aro or the Amafo, Abam, Nko, Ngwa, Omuma, Ohoho, Orata, Isuma, Ikwere, Ekwe, Mbari, Orashi, all of them situated between the Niger and Cross River, Abo, and Niger Igbo. That is the dialect spoken by the people on the eastern and western banks. This guy is a foreigner, but he documented his experience while visiting the Igbo land. Let me tell you, when the British came, they tore around the Igbos because they were looking for a way to break us down. I've shared this story why it was easy for them to capture the northern region, but why it was difficult to capture it because we did not have one single king. Igbo doesn't mean that Igbo does not have a king, but no single person decide for the entire clan or the entire Igbo race. So they want to find out, and in that going round to discover what makes them republic in nature, they were not documenting what they were discovering. That they speak different dialects, they have different kings. There are people on the Niger, there are on the western, there are people in the eastern. There are people, and that's why they call it Western Igbos. All these things are documented. History proof that we're Igbos, but on different dialects. Igbo are the ones that have different dialects, but the same Igbo. I'm out of here, Joe.